All right, I'm literally doing this live. I have no idea what I'm gonna find today. I'm gonna do this live with you guys. It's gonna be really real. Okay, so I'm just gonna look up, um, gonna look up some sort of info product, right? I'm gonna look up business coaches. Okay, let's see what I find on Instagram. Okay, okay. So in his bio, you can see DM 10K. He's probably using ManyChat. Okay, if you don't know what that is, so let's DM him. 10K. Let's see what I get. Okay. Apply to work with me. Okay, so right off the bat, this guy, for example, he only has a type form, okay? So, um, this guy only has a type form. And it's probably, let me just go through it, all right? So, yeah, just make up a name and stuff. Instagram, test. Okay. Biggest struggle, test. I just want to see what he's asking, okay? Are you a certified? Okay, so, no. What's your ability to financially commit to working on your own goals? So this is an interesting qualifier. Usually, what I'll do with clients and what you'll see probably the most of is some sort of financial qualifying question. Here he says like, "What is your ability?" But like, how much financially are we talking about? Are we talking about thousands of dollars or are we talking about 100? Like that's very different, all right? So in my type forms and in my application for a high ticket offer, I would say something like, do you have at least four figures to invest, or do you have like at least like a range or something like that where it's giving them a general idea of how much it is, okay? Um, uh, this is my fake email. Okay, so then it takes me to this. It takes me to just a thing with a bunch of testimonials. So, really interesting. I assume apply to work with me. That means it's probably some sort of coaching offer or high ticket offer, right? So, I would expect this to be minimum $3,000. Um, and so like if I randomly stumble across this guy and let's see, I see a reel from him and then I go to click on his profile and that is the first thing I see, like I probably not, okay? I would probably lean towards let me if you are gonna have something like that in your bio, for me to be sold on something that's $3,000, like you need some sort of video sales letter. Like you need to be warming these people up and giving them all sorts of information in that VSL and all these testimonials before they even apply. And again, like I would probably change some of those questions he asked and then I would let them book a call based on those answers, okay? So like if they say yes, they have money, I'm sending them to a calendar. If they say no, I am not sending them to a calendar, okay? Or I'm sending them to a downsell. But that's just one thing. Let me just go through some more. Let me look up business coach again. Okay, so this one. Tired of your dreading job will start a profitable risk-free trial. It is never that. That's not my actual phone number, so. To get more information, simply schedule your free initiation call to talk. So that's obviously a sales rep. 50-minute, yeah, that's obviously a sales. So this is interesting, like, super interesting. Okay, a ton of testimonials, so that's good, but it's interesting that. Okay, so here, oh my gosh, those are a lot of questions. Okay, so again, let me go back. This, there's not a VSL. Like, I need to be warmed up. And I would probably lean towards something else. This is interesting right here. Yeah. So this is a 2 Comma Club. So he's made $1 million with ClickFunnels. So apparently it's working, but That's interesting. Let's look up another business coach. Let's look at this person. Okay, so okay, get the playbook. What is this? Free guide. Okay, so let's do B. Okay, so I assume it's going to be in my... This is from the last thing. Okay, so this doesn't even... That other guy we just went to, his risk-free trial doesn't even have a good link, okay? Okay, I'm still waiting on that, my free thing from India. So one thing, for example, like if her email goes to promotions, that means her deliverability isn't very good. So like that's something you could pitch somebody on, right? Let's get your deliverability, like what's your open rate? Like it's probably not very good because, or it's not as good as it could be because all of your emails are landing in promotion. That's just an example. I don't know if it actually is, but all right, sorry, had to go on a walk, but I'll clip this up so it's all one little video. I'm just gonna continue doing some live assessing funnels and figuring out what I would pitch. Just general rules of thumb. I know I should probably put this in the beginning of the video, but like when you're figuring out what to pitch and you're assessing funnels and stuff like that, like you want to look for the lowest hanging fruit. So what I mean by that is figure out what can make them the most money or what you think will help them the most in the least amount of time, and that to build their trust and like put emphasis on that. All right, and then once you do that and you can kind of get them results fairly easily, just because they should be doing something and they're not doing it, then you can like go in and fix a bunch of other leaks. Okay, so figure out what results you can get them in least amount of time, relatively easily. Okay, so again, I'm gonna go just use the web this time. Hold on, let me use Chrome so I have an extension. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna look up supplements. Okay, I'm just gonna look up supplements. So this is like an e-com thing. Let's look at oops, sorry. Not WebMD, sorry. Let's just look up this one. Okay, so they have a pop-up. A pop-up is a good, like, low-hanging fruit. So, pop-ups do better than bottom of the form like this. But, like, so there is, like, the debate about, like, people being annoyed by that. So, I would probably not do it right away. Or, this is what I've heard. I think it's a little bit of a debate. I would probably lean towards exit intent. So, what that means is, like, if I'm on a website, like, let me just go to Thorn, sure. If I'm on a website, instead of getting a pop-up right when I go on, exit intent, it's like whenever the little mouse goes over here towards the back button, that's when you're going to get the pop-up. So it's like, okay, before you go, let's get you these supplements. Okay, interesting. So Thorn, I know I clicked out of something here immediately, but yeah. Let me find the kind of like a niche brand that I can find something wrong with. Let's look up like fitness coaches. Okay, personal training school. I don't know. I don't love this. I request information. Top personal trainer, fitness and exercise school, accredited 100%. Let me just find you maybe a better example. So bear with me. I apologize, but okay, this is somebody's Instagram, but online fitness coach. Okay. Work with me. Okay. Again, I don't know if I've discussed this with you guys yet or not, but I hate Linktree. Because if somebody just finds you like how I just did naturally and just by searching the web and I go on your profile, I'm now going to this Linktree with 4 different links. Some people are worse and have like 10 different links, and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed with decisions. Like I have analysis paralysis. I don't even know what to click, okay? Like how do I know if I should do this one versus this one? It's like that's one flaw. Another flaw is like now I went from cold to knowing you, and now I click on your link and I know you already have a $3,000 program, okay? Like that kind of, for some people, rubs people the wrong way. It's like, oh, she's just trying to make money selling something, which like I'm not saying is a bad thing. I just think sometimes I think there's a better way you can go about it, okay? So start your journey towards self-love today. Okay, already the CTA, like there's like I have to scroll all the way to the bottom to get this CTA to book a free 1-to-1 coaching consultation. Like that's okay, that's awkwardly phrased in my opinion. Or I can I get started and it just brings me down here, but like there should be like a button top of fold. Like yeah, that's top of fold, but it's like it's not where my eyes are, okay? And so the font's a little small. I'm not gonna go too much into that and like the design, but I just think like again, what I've been saying with these whole like coaching, like high ticket things, okay, I can go through this entire application, but it's like I'm not even educated enough to make an informed decision. And it's like like look how many people go on this website and and they're probably losing out on so many leads. So that's another thing. It's like they're not collecting email, but like yeah, she has 44,000 followers, but she's not collecting email. You have to actually fill out this application to get the email. Let me I'll show you the tool you can use to see how many visits they have. Okay, so it's called SimilarWeb. Just go download it, add it to your browser, extension, whatever. So here it is. I think I've showed you guys this before, but pages per visit, monthly visits. Oh my gosh. Monthly visits. 207.7 million monthly visits. That's insane. She must be running a ton of ads is my guess. Yeah. Top keywords, Linktree. So her SEO, that's interesting. Traffic sources, social. Okay. Another thing is average visit duration. Sometimes, like, if somebody leaves super quickly, you probably need better copy. There's a bunch of things that could be wrong with that, or you need, like, a pop-up or something. That's decent, but that's a ton of visits. I'm curious to see, like, or I'm curious how many coaching applications she actually gets. But, so, like, that's something you could ask her. But, again, like, her website just... It's okay. Wait. Oh, okay. My apologies, people. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, so you see here, her Linktree, this Linktree address has 207.7 million monthly visits, but her coaching, so people that click this coaching, only has 688 monthly visits. That is nuts. That is such an immense difference. So obviously, like, this can't be converting well. Like, if you just kind of reverse engineer and kind of do the math, 688 monthly visits, usually a good click-through rate and good conversion rate on this would be maybe, this is really high. This is like if you have a VSL, but like 10%. So I would say she's maybe getting like a few. Less, probably around 10 is my guess. Maybe a little more than 10, but like a VSL, like that's something I would probably offer right away. I would also like there's so many things. Like I would honestly get rid of the link tree. I would have a funnel that captures leads, and then I educate and nurture them via email, where I then link, online coaching or whatever, a course or whatever. So yeah, those are my thoughts there. I'm gonna keep going with just other examples that I find, but yeah, I hope this is helpful. I know it's kind of random. It's really hard. Like I'm gonna show you guys how I would build a scope and kind of craft that offer, but I'm just trying to show you my thought process when I find somebody online, or how I would figure out what to do with them, or how I would figure out the best way to navigate. And again, like when I'm cold emailing people or when I'm talking to someone, I usually point out the most important thing I think needs to change or needs to happen for them to make more money. Like I don't want to harp on and dwell on, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, I want to change this. Like that might just be like overwhelming. And I think like even if you have good intentions, I think it's possible it could rub people the wrong way, but also I would save that for the call if you're going to mention that, okay? And like get them a quick result, a relatively easy one, because with something that has low-hanging fruit essentially, and then get them to like, know, trust you, and then you can take over and share all your ideas, okay? So let me try to find like an e-commerce brand that maybe needs some help. Let me think of something. Okay, so here's a brand. It's called Honed Supplements. I just looked up small supplement brands and this kind of came up. So let me show you. Okay, shop. I'm just gonna browse around. Okay, so ecom specifically. Okay, I haven't gotten. Okay, so this has exit intent. You see that when I as soon as I was about to press back, it popped up. So let's. What? Okay, this is silly. Get 10% off your order. They just give me. Okay, I don't even have to give them my email. Okay, that's something I would fix. Like if you're gonna be giving a discount, I would probably be collecting emails. Anyways. Okay, now I have another pop-up. This is weird, so let me just put in my fake email. And then I'm going to show you guys, so I should, I don't really want to put in my phone number, oh well. Like this, okay. They had two different pop-ups. This is like not, this is in like the right side of the screen. It's not in the middle. I don't like how, like, the image is just so distracting from the background. Like, I don't love that. Okay, let me add something to my cart, because here's, like, an example for e-com specifically. If they don't have, okay, how do these buttons work? Okay, so I'm going to add to cart. If they don't have, so basically if you add something to your cart and then you don't purchase, there should be some sort of flow that is basically triggered by the fact you have put something into your cart but you haven't purchased. So there should be a trigger and a flow where it's like, did you forget something? Like, basically something like that, where an abandoned cart, sorry, I was blanking. Abandoned cart flow. So that's something you can pitch them on. That's pretty low leverage. But let me go see if I got a welcome email. All right, so here's my email. Honed. Welcome to a life honed. So, okay, do you see how long that took to load? So wait, let me see. Okay. Yeah, so it's all, okay. Okay, so when you have big images like this, that's what makes it so slow to load. But yeah, I'll go over that in maybe a different lesson, or maybe just email me or contact me, and that's a whole nother thing. But sticking to this. So I got the welcome email. I haven't gotten like an abandoned cart. So it's only been 3 minutes, but sometimes it'll trigger anywhere from like 10 to 30 minutes. Um, I'll let you guys know in another video, or maybe I'll just kind of stitch this up and let you know if I get that email. But like, that's something else you guys can pitch them, okay? You can offer them. Their pop-up is not great. Their website, like, you can offer them and say, like, look, let's test my copy versus yours and see, like, which one does better. Um, let's see. 5.9K monthly visits. Okay, keywords. They only have one keyword. Not ideal. So, like, that's telling me they need blogs or they don't have enough, like, copy. Um, but usually blogs is what helps you rank on Google, and that's why SEO is important. So SEO, if you have keywords, then you're going to get closer and closer to ranking on Google. So if I look up supplements, then they'll be the number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or on the first page of Google instead of like number 10, okay? So that's why SEO is important if you didn't know. So you could pitch them on the pop-up, you could pitch them on some flows, you could pitch them on maybe they need blogs for their SEO. There's a bunch of things you could pitch them on. So yeah, I hope that helped. I'll probably do another one of these just because there is so much you can pitch people, and I think that's like kind of the best way to learn this. So yeah, that's all for now.